welcome to the board of the Bantu. Another week, another day. And today is definitely for my Hispanic clients. It's my Hispanic viewers. And it's been a while since I've done something special for you guys. And this is I'm gonna do several readings for Hispanics. Several. So after you watch this, go down and write all your requests, right? Because I will be doing several. My camera is wonky. It's wonky, people. I can't help it. It's okay. Let me see. Yeah, okay, this might look a little better. It's wonky. Okay, so this is for my Hispanics. Yep. And this is a beautiful story, not humanly beautiful, but it's a story all the same. I am just looking for the characters involved, and I was so fascinated. I was hooked from the moment I saw it. So okay, so I got Carla Luna and Carla Panini. They were presenters in Mexico of a program and they were doing it as they were washing their hands, and they were declaring that they were best friends. Unfortunately, one best friend was not such a bestie after all. As we know, this happens in the spiritual a lot. By the time their best friendship was over, Carla Luna had lost her husband to Carla Panini, and she was dying of cancer. Okay, and Carla Panini not only inherited the husband, but she didn't have to deal with the guilt of her, ex. So welcome to the reading of Carla Luna and Carla Panini. It shall be a long one. Therefore, this first one I shall just put 10 minutes on YouTube, and then the rest will go on I'll put 15 minutes on Patreon for my Hispanic patrons. Okay, I know I didn't put this correctly. It's not gonna look right, but I put on makeup when I didn't want to, so I hope I look pretty, because this camera is killing me. It's gonna take me time to have it perfect. But anyway, this is the reading of Carla Luna and Carla Panini, their relationship. And I am going to start with reading Carla Luna. I might be breaking some rules, but I think under Mexican rules I am allowed to read. Okay, Carla Luna and Carla Panini. Yeah, they had a show. Okay, so let me see images. This is Carla Panini, and the brunette is Carla Luna. Okay, I wonder if I can watch. I'm gonna see if I'll be able to watch their show together on TV. I'm gonna see if I can. In the meantime, I'm going to read the two ladies separately, and then we'll see if we can check out their relationship in detail. And I'm starting with Carla Luna because she is the victim. Okay, clock on. Okay, this is the board of the Bantu, like this British Broadcasting Corporation news at 8. Okay, my name is Isobel, and I am your local witch doctor. I hail from the Xhosa of the Western Cape of South Africa. And they are Bantu, as are 260 something million Africans who walk the earth, maybe more now. Biggest landowners that ever existed on earth. One tribe owns a lot of the world. Handsome, brave, different, but with one God. Welcome to our board. Welcome to the board of the Africans. Welcome to your foundation and your legacy. Okay, this is your legacy. And as you watch me, I am passing it on to you. I am bridging 500 years. 500 years between you and us. And I am bringing this to you. Carla Luna. Before we go on to Carla Panini. This story had me so excited because I haven't had the best of friends. And I'm not saying that they were all bad. In some cases, I was bad too. But it had me so excited because best friends can really hurt and betray each other. They can really torture each other to kingdom come. And behind the smiles and the sweet words can be such ugliness. And yet to the Bantu, friendship is sacred. It's the most sacred thing ever. It's sacred. You're supposed to fight and love. You're supposed to let go of each other and hold on to each other. You're supposed to live with all the mistakes and all the issues and all the problems that are humanity and human nature, but still be friends, so that when one of you passes, everybody looks at the other and says, we are so sorry your friend passed. And then you can say, oh, she was a bitch, but still she was your friend. However, I believe that friendship is sacred because the people who betray each other the most are friends. The people who quietly hate each other are friends. The people who do each other wrong the most are friends. And so when there isn't hate, there isn't wrong, there isn't all that stuff, it becomes a unicorn. That type of friendship is a unicorn. And so that is why to the Bantu, friendship is sacred. I have so given up on it personally. I'm done. I'm done. So anyway, I was really fascinated about these two ladies. I really was. And well, it is what it is, world. Let us call. I had to ask, just in case, I had to ask if I could read her, because I'm not sure when she passed. I had to ask if I could read her. So I had to ask her metaphysicality. Mexican metaphysicality is naturally the same as Native American metaphysicality and Native Canadian metaphysicality. They are really the same, but with a few differences, because Native American, they were not spoiled by Catholicism, and Native Canadian was not spoiled by Catholicism, and Mexico was, right? But it's really the same tobacco smoking, tobacco bathing metaphysicality. It's the same root, the same tree, you know what I mean, with just different branches. So I had to ask if it was okay to talk to call in the departed at this time, because for the Bantu you have to wait for a whole year. You have to wait for a whole year. And I got a yes, and I got a yes, and I got a yes. So I am going to call her. This is gonna be interesting because this is almost like a seance, but it is not really a seance. All right, I'm going to call Carla Luna because she is of the tree of America. She is air. So these shells work so well. So we're gonna harness the air, because what happens to those who are under that tree, you become part of nature. You feed off nature. Your energy comes from nature and you go back to nature. It's really complicated and I'm just taking up your time, I know, but it's different from when the Bantu die. When the Bantu die, we literally go back where we came from. Nature is nature. We are part of nature, but we go back to our box, right? Like the elephants go back to their box, their box. But not for those of the Americas. They don't go back to a box. They become the air that we breathe. They truly do. They become the air that we breathe. The leaves, the trees, everything, they become that. And with the ending of great forests and so on is the ending of their lives too, because they require it. So I'm going to call Carla Luna. Carla. 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 So Carla was a very cruel bitch. No, I'm sorry. She was a very cruel bitch. She was a very, very cruel woman. And she walked in wearing black. This just tells us that the shell that fell just tells us that the life is suspended. She's in suspended time now. Yeah, her time of TikTok, like TikTok ended, and now it's suspended time, right? And she was beautiful, and in suspended time she is still beautiful. But this was a very cruel woman, and yeah, she was very cruel. She was very self-centered. But that's not it. She had a lot of hysterics. She screamed a lot. She shouted a lot. She keeps saying, puta, puta. Yeah, by nature, she was very cruel. By nature, she was very abusive. We don't care who says what, when, where, and how. By nature, she kind of like trotted on other people, like boom, 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 boom. She thought she was the it factor, and she was the it factor. Her energies are what carried the show, whether people saw it or not. Her energies are what carried the show, and in the background she worked harder than most to hold it up. But she really, when she fell for someone, she really fell for them. Like when she liked you, she really liked you. So this is Carla Luna, and she doesn't consider herself beautiful, but she doesn't consider herself ugly either. She said she just knew how to work with her assets. Okay, so interestingly enough, she's very quiet. She is very, very quiet. This is a very quiet soul, right? Very quiet soul. She didn't like to talk unless if she was being hysterical or she were, it was weird. She gravitated back and forth. Ice, heat, ice, fire, ice, fire. You never knew what you were going to get with Carla Luna. You never knew what you were going to get. In her suspension, e.g. meaning she is in her spiritual realm, she's very peaceful. Her departure was very difficult for her. It was very painful. Letting go of life was the hardest thing she ever had to do. And she says it is still hard, but there is peace. Yeah, she's very peaceful. Carla Luna is very peaceful where she is. And my wig keeps falling off. She's literally telling me that your wig is moving. And I'm thinking, it's a pity I can't, it's a pity I can't. Her suggestion. Thank you. Her suggestion is don't let it hang heavily to your back. Let it hang in front. Thank you so much. She says she was a problem solver. She likes to fix problems. She likes to fix situations. She was very nitty-gritty and very hard to take, but success was always her. She was always successful at everything she did. Yeah, she's very nitpicky, very nitpicky. She was a nitpicky eater. She was a nitpicky everything. And she says she doesn't understand why this disease took her, because she was a health freak. No milk, no nuts, nothing that was fatty. She was a health freak, and she doesn't understand why this disease took her. But she says it was excruciatingly painful. But maybe it is because my hold on to life was a fierce force, a strong force. Maybe that's the way I had to go, because I was just too strong when it came to holding on. She says some of you who are weak with life may not struggle like I did to let go, because I was firmly planted on this earth. I was the leaf that blew in the wind. That leaf is difficult to grab it, put under the foot. And so I had to go the hardest way that God chose. She's also very intelligent, as you can see. Very creative. Very creative. So let's see her life. Carla Luna, show me your life when you were young. Show me your life when you were young. Show me your life when you were young, Carla. Okay. It wasn't a life of privilege, but like it wasn't a life of great wealth, but it wasn't a poor life either. It was a middle class life, what we would consider middle class. There was a a give and take of money. So the bills were paid, the kids were taken care of. She said she was happy. It was peaceful. It was peaceful for her, and nothing much ever changed. Yeah, middle class, very protected. Nothing much ever changed for her. You know what I mean? If she ate mangoes on a Tuesday, I don't know why. These energies are trying to choke a bitch. If she ate mangoes on a Tuesday, right, she continued to eat mangoes every Tuesday. It was a very regimented existence. Someone in her family was in the military, and seriously, she just said so. I don't know if it was her father. He was once in the military, and he brought that regimentation to her. But when I look back at Carla Luna's people, they were all wearing military uniform. Like, grandfather, great-grandfather, great-grandfather, they are all wearing military uniform. That's how she looked at life, from that regimented perspective, and her family was very regimented. She said nothing interesting ever happened, but nothing horrible ever happened either. I think I had a normal upbringing, and we conquer. Okay? We conquer. That she was beautiful was not a problem. It appears that whatever babies her father sired, they were all beautiful to her, to Carla, the one who is talking. She says her mother was beautiful, and she got her beauty from her mother. But this was a solid family. It was a solid people. They were solid. Okay. Carla, show me your relationship with the other Carla. No, I should say show me your relationship with your husband. My ancestors say go to the husband first. Okay. Oh, I was about to go to the husband, but the 15 minutes is up. So I'm going to take the rest of this to Patreon. Boom, boom, Patreon. So thank you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you on Patreon. Before I go, I want to say be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. A couple of weeks ago, because you're going to watch this in a couple of weeks, A couple of weeks ago, I discovered that I was very jealous of a friend, and I actually helped damage the relationship with my jealousy. I did not acknowledge it on time in order for it to make any difference at all. I acknowledged it towards the end, and I really disliked myself for a while. I discussed it on my Instagram. I had a lesson about it because that was the same lesson my ancestors put me through. But at the end of the day, I was just left with myself, and I was the one who had to deal and navigate these emotions by myself. And I started by forgiving myself, because bitch, I will forgive myself any day and any time. Yes, I will. I will forgive myself. So I did. I forgave myself. I did. But then, forgiving yourself is the beginning of the work. The beginning of the work to be a better person, a better human to other people. And so I'm still in the work, but I forgave myself. So I'm telling you all, forgive yourselves, because you cannot move on and you cannot be a better person without first looking at yourself in the mirror and say, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for what I did. Forgiving yourself is so much more important than anybody else forgiving you. So be kind to yourself. Be gracious to yourself. Be caring. Be loving to you. You are that important. Thank you, guys. See you on Patreon.